with physical symptoms that were signs of emotional and mental problems or distress. And as a family doctor, and the way that the medical field is right now, there's not a lot of time to address the mental and emotional aspect of the person.
That's exactly what our topic today actually goes directly on that. We're dealing with mental health in the community and the African community, and just worldwide. It's really going crazy right now. So, what do you think is a recurring factor of why people shy away from mental health?
Well, there's a definite stigma. There's a definite stigma. One of the biggest obstacles that I have in my field as a counselor is getting people in the door. There is the false notion that you're not strong enough. If you're troubled with mental illness or emotional problems, that if I just pull myself up by my bootstraps and keep it going, then I'll be better.
Wow, so they're thinking people who suffer from these are not strong enough.
Right.
So people shy away because they think, I'm not strong enough, let me hide it.
Yeah. Let me deal with this on my own. What's wrong with me? They tend to internalize the problems. Whereas if you take something like diabetes, which is what I use this example all the time with my clients. If you have diabetes, some of the time, if you exercise, eat right, work out, you may not have to take medications for the diabetes. But in some cases, when your genes, your genes from your parents,
because what I see a lot is it a problem in the medical field or in people's life general to define it as an illness? Is it an illness? Is it a sickness?
It is an illness. It is mental illness. It's an illness. And some of the time, you may be able to overcome it without seeking outside help. But a lot of the time, you'll need it, just like diabetes. You can do everything in your power. But at some point, sometimes you may need to inject yourself with insulin, no matter what you can do.
Exactly.
And that's the same with mental illness.
My biggest issue, and let's zero it down to the African community, because I think that over the years growing up, we would see a lot of people living, and they would just be labeled, these guys are what we call mad. Right. They're crazy people. Right. So I kept feeling as a kid or growing up, why were they not related in society? Where would no one, so what you touched upon, people think they're not strong enough. So I would think families shy away from it. So there may be a lot of people within our community who are sick.
Absolutely. And there's a lot of shame. There's a lot of shame integrated with it, especially when you're in a family. If you have a family member that's dealing with a mental illness, you don't talk about it. You don't bring that family member out in public. You kind of just put them in the background, and they don't get the help that they need, which is in itself is a shame.
Right. It's a shame when people do not get adequate help. Right. That's what we're trying to showcase in this show. We want to present issues that are socially, people shy away, it's a taboo, and just want to open the doors to it.